Welcome back. You're watching the HSBC Asian Sevens Series. Pool B, Sri Lanka in the white, kicking off to Chinese Taipei in the blue. Sri Lanka were very nifty in their opening clash. And it was all due to this man, Surya Bandara, who was really to the forefront of everything good for Sri Lanka. Scored a hat-trick in the first game. This time it's Saranga, who powers his way towards the line and flips a lovely ball. Good play from the experienced old head, Saranga. A man who played in the Commonwealth Games back in New Delhi in 2010. List that as his favourite moment in rugby. Surya Bandara takes the conversion attempt. Nice high kick-off there again, testing the Chinese Taipei team. It was Trung Po Yao who got underneath it though. Some numbers here for Chinese Taipei too, if they can get it out, but decide to cut back in. Chia Wong. Nice pass to Chen Kuo Lun. Some nice recycling of possession here from Chinese Taipei, not panicking. Now cutting the line. It's Wong Chi Pin. And there's numbers here too. Again, they played the numbers game well. Chen Kuo Lun, this lanky outside back who's got quite a bit of pace. Now Taipei on the front foot here. Can stretch it even wider if they want, but they decide to go to Wong Chi Pin again. He's proving to be a hard man to put down. Oh, and that's good work. That's great attack from Chinese Taipei. Well-constructed try. The man in the end is the beneficiary is Chen Kuo Lun. He'd just gotten up after his last attack, missed two phases, got to his feet, got behind the ball and picked up the last pass. So Chinese Taipei strike back immediately. Both these teams played Kazakhstan earlier today. Chinese Taipei was surprised by Kazakhstan, 14 points to 0. They lost, whereas Sri Lanka beat them quite easily. It was Kazakhstan's second game and they were looking a little tired, 26-5. So scored tied, 5 points all. That was good work from Chinese Taipei. They worked it from side to side. They got over the advantage line a number of times, especially from Wong Chi Pin, number 4. Just a confirmation of the score there, 5-all. Marija, who senses there was a gap, but the Chinese Taipei team equal to his probing. Chaturanga to Surya Bandara, who really is quite electrifying. In the end, ends up tackling himself with his own bamboozling footwork. Saranga decides to set it nice and straight, and they're offside, the Chinese Taipei team. Yep. Referee signals, referee towed it, signals there was a ruck, so Taipei went behind the back foot. There he is again, grunting it up the middle, Sajif Saranga. Lianage was there to help clean out, but his Herith has passed it to the Chinese Taipei player. And they get a turnover. Good defence from Sri Lanka, they were up quickly. Here's the try scorer. Chen Kuolun, more elbows and knees. Lo Wuxian. Chinese Taipei playing a lot better rugby in this game than they did when they started against Kazakhstan, maybe intimidated a bit by the size. Chen Kuolun, oh, he's knocked it on. Good aggressive defence from the Sri Lankans. Jimmy Toda urging the players on. Good game's a quick game. Lianage there, set for attack in midfield. Bandara gets to Marija. Here's Lianage. Nasty pass to field, but he eventually gets it. Sets off to Herat. They go wide. They've got a couple of players here on the left, and Surya Bandara really is a dangerous runner. What a step! Again, he's finding it hard to keep his footing. Just lost his footing as he surged towards the line. They're playing advantage here. Sri Lanka will get a penalty. Could be a yellow card too for killing the ball. So the Chinese Taipei player is penalised for killing the ball there. And Sri Lanka go on, and they've scored a try under the post. We just missed it there, the quick tap. I think it was Marija who went over. So some good concerted work from Sri Lanka. The sun might have gone down here at Chonburi in Thailand, but still quite humid. Still a bit of heat coming off the wet ground. And Surya Bandara has missed that one from right out in front as the halftime whistle blows. And here we go. Here's a replay of the try. Marija took it quickly. And you'll see the Chinese Taipei defence just up a little bit too slowly there in reaction. And fair enough too, some good downward pressure on the ball under the posts. Try to Faisal Marija. So that is half-time, and the score is 10-5 to Sri Lanka over Chinese Taipei. So second half resumes, 10-5 to Sri Lanka over Chinese Taipei in this Pool B clash of the HSBC Asian Sevens Series, and lucky enough to be joined by Sri Lankan rugby personality Shano Pereira as we see Sri Lanka getting back in defence here. Well, you must be very proud of these young fellas. They've done a good job in the last 6 months.
Absolutely, Mike, and they've really stepped up to the mark. I mean, I think the benefit of training under Ben Gollings all last season, finishing up with 4 plates in the Asian Series, hasn't still rubbed off entirely. We've got some new young players in the likes of Jason Dasanaka and those lads. The forwards have actually been recycled a little bit. We've lost the big Chanel Dice, who's gone off to America, I believe. But still giving a maximum. Nice to see. Good effort, fairly fit. I mean, this is their second game out. I'm hoping that we'll be up in the top 4.
Yeah, well, certainly showing the goods at the moment as they're penalised to the scrum. But talk us through the Carlton Sevens. That seems like quite an event that Sri Lanka has started, and it seems very successful.
I was very disappointed I didn't see you there, so we're going to have to sort that out next season.
Absolutely. I think I got an invitation from the President's Sons, but it didn't come through in the mail. I got the verbal.
We'll have a word. Of course, Sri Lanka stepping up to the mark really beautifully, because out of the top 40 players in the world, we had 27 out in Colombo in Sri Lanka for 2 legs, 1 in goal at the cricket stadium. Actually, we converted the cricket stadium into the Carlton International Sevens. The whole New Zealand World Cup side was out with DJ Forbes, except for Tomasi Kama, who had Super 15 duty, I believe. But it was outstanding. I mean, it's just a combination of being able to play with the best in the world and against the best in the world for the Sri Lankan players. And you can see the rub-off here, because the gears have changed quite a lot.
I believe the champion team was captained by Sajid Saranga, who's playing in the forward pack there, but with the help of quite a few of the Kenyan boys who play obviously at a very high level of sevens.
Well, we had 3 of the best Kenyans, Injera and that lot, the Kenyan captain, the current and the previous. Here we go. Taipei on a break. They just need to look for space. Nobody there in support.
Yeah, good attack though from Chinese Taipei, and they've slowed it down, but there's a chance here, but oh no, sloppy play from Lo Wu Xian. It's gone backwards though, yeah, that's good. There's another shot here at Glory for Chinese Taipei to even this game up. Comes out to Wong Chi Pin. He's always willing to go into the contact. Here's some fresh legs on the field. So out they go again, another wave of attack. It's Lee Chia Wong. That's a bit high, head-eye tackle. Sri Lankans will have to watch their discipline. They can't afford a yellow card. They can't afford to give away a try, but they have to. They try to punch His Young, who's been quiet today. But he certainly bust into life there on a quick tap.
Well, if you saw the replay on that, Mikey, I think the Sri Lankan boys went back over the goal line and actually didn't take their markers. They were just idling a little bit, and a soft try in the end for Chinese Taipei. But the Sri Lankan defence slightly guilty of not putting their markers.
So very important kick here for Wang Chi-ping. It'll give them the lead. And Surya Bandara might rue the fact that he missed that very easy conversion in front of the post earlier.
Absolutely, I was just about to say that. Uncharacteristic miss from Suri, as we call him. Suri is a pocket rocket, really. Although there's that try, look at that. 2 defenders, not anybody putting their hand up to take him, and he gets a try in the end.
Well, I wish I'd known that a couple of weeks ago that you called him Suri. It would have been a lot easier than saying Surya Bandara every time he got the ball. Thanks for the inside tip now. I think he'll be Suri from now on.
Absolutely. He's an outstanding lad, really.
Oh, isn't he?
Wonderful work rate, and never really gives up. He's always on the button, and he's always there in the thick of things. Here's Sali Kumara's on now for his fresh legs.
Yeah. They will need him in all his efforts to peg back this 2-point gap. Oh, that would have been a great catch if he'd been able to get that.
That's right, that was Julius Susanta, just the one-hand catch didn't happen, and he's turned over ball for the Chinese Taipei side.
So weighing up their options in attack, very measured. Chuang Po Yao, chunky sevens player. Pan Chi Siang, who just scored the try. So well penalised over the top there in the ruck from Liu Ta Cheng. So Sri Lanka, a little bit of stress etched on their faces. They really don't want to lose this game. Chinese Taipei was surprised by Kazakhstan earlier on, so it'll be 1 victory all. We've got a points differential if things continue here in this match. But this is a good test for Sri Lanka.
This is something trying to change the angle of play, and he earns himself a penalty in the process. So they've got to strike, and strike quickly. Time's ticking. Jason Dasanaka, where's the support? Has a look on the outside, nobody there. Saranga in support now.
He's rolling, and he scored the try. Well, a great deadly duo there from the forwards. And you picked it, the young man, Jason Dasanaka. doing some good work down the outside, and Saranga, who's not quite reached veteran status yet, but he's got a good head on him, hasn't he? Ran a nice line.
Has. Certainly has, Mikey, and he's grown in stature. Not as fit as he was last season, I'm afraid. You can see that he's just come into the second leg, and there's been a lot of pressure to try and get him fit, but still got the instinct, and the experience got him there in the end, and that's what you really want from your players. Support, big forward running wide on the outside, and the next big forward supporting on the inside. Nice touch.
Let's see if Suri can right the ship. Sadly not. But Sri Lanka have the lead, 0 from 3 at the kicking tee. So pressure on here to just retain this slender lead that they have. Now, you were managing and coaching the women's team who had a bit of success earlier today, winning the plate. Must be a great occasion for you.
Certainly was, especially for the players, Mikey. They work really hard, and it's always good reward to have that. Once you put your head down and get the yards in, and then to be able to come and actually pick up the plate is fabulous gain.
Well, they've always been brave on defence, the Sri Lankan girls. I remember a couple of years ago just being amazed at the way they smashed their bodies around. But there's some really good attacking philosophies going on too now. True,
as Taipei look to try and link up. Well, I just said I just took on the coaching job about 2 months ago. I said to them, if I'm going to come in here, you're going to be the team in this tournament that does the most amount of troubling. Trouble everybody you play against, hassle them, just be a pain in everybody's side. And that's what they did.
Oh, it's worked a treat.
There's a pressure on the Sri Lankan side now to try and get this ball back and actually get some points on the board and just stay comfortable away from Chinese Taipei.
Well, it would be good to win this pool. Obviously, it gives yourself some favours in the quarterfinals of the Cup.
Well, that's definitely the target for the Sri Lankan lads. Here's Fazil Marja, linking back to Sali Kumara. Fresh legs on the park. Vishwamitra, the other sprinter.
I've been quite surprised we haven't seen Dabari on yet in this tournament. Is he all right? Is he carrying an injury, do you know?
Well, he was from last week, from the last tournament, really, so we've given him a bit of a rest, and hopefully that he'll be able to play some games. A good profit from that hit.
Yeah, no, it was good aggressive defence from the Sri Lankans going in like a shark after the prey, and that's the end of the game. So they got the message from the referee. If they kicked it dead, it was all over. So Sri Lanka breathe a sigh of relief, a 15-12 victory, but it's enough to give them the pool winners emblem and move on as top qualifiers.
That was the target when they left Sri Lanka, and that was really part of the plan. So even by the skin of their teeth to be able to get into the Cup, good deal. Well done, lads.
Oh, we wish you continuing success with your women's team, Shano. Good to see you again.
Thank you very much, Mike, and always nice to be come up here. Beautiful stadium today. I have to say the weather yesterday was absolutely atrocious, but it's turned out fabulous on day 2. I hope it stays like that tomorrow.
Final score 15-12 to Sri Lanka over Chinese Taipei.